All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome. And we have a lot of people here, mostly from Australia and New Zealand. And so great to see you here. My name is Josie Tong. I'm based in Sydney, Australia. And today, myself and three of my partners, friends, will be talking to you about flipping the switch and taking control. So after all, it's 2021, it's the beginning of the year. And so it's great to be able to look for something that's different, to look for something that probably, something that you probably are looking for. So here we are. So G Fletcher, she's one of the leaders in our company. And she's we've got all the ranks there, but it probably doesn't matter. And then we have Sarah from Queensland, Talita from Queensland. They're all from Queensland. So I'm the only one from New South Wales, but welcome to each and everybody. And so let's get started and talk about what would you say will be your number one priority? And so we're starting 2021. So my guess is that a lot of you probably would have sketched some kind of goals. So maybe better health, would it be your number one priority in 2021? I know that a lot of people want to lose weight. They want to look great. They want to increase their energy, whatever it is for you. So these are the 8 that we thought would be most people's number one priority. Number 2 is extra income. I think that is so important, with the situation since last year, where a lot of businesses are closing down, people are losing their jobs. It's so good as well that we do have a platform where people can make money online, like Amazon, eBay, things like that. So extra income could be your number one priority. Number 3 could be, well, you know what? It's time to have financial freedom. Whatever it is for you, that could be one of your goals, to be able to pay off your debt, to be able to not have those, credit cards and things like that hanging around your head. So maybe you thought about starting your own business. I think a lot of people want to start their own business. I've always wanted to start my own business. At the age of 10, I started my own business selling, vegetables in the markets. Or maybe more time to do what matters. I think time is such a resource that is so, sometimes you think, wow, there's not enough time to do what I love to do. And I mean, if you can relate to that, drop a 1, because I know that time is an element that we spend. It's literally, you spend a day and that's all gone forever. Or maybe you want to help others. So if that is something that you resonate with, drop a yes that you really want to help others, and why not, right? Some people want to volunteer, or maybe you have a project where you could help others. Number 7, maybe you're at that age where you're thinking of retirement. And you think, well, I really want to retire. I'm sick of work. I just want to stop working 9 to 5. Or maybe your number one priority in the next 3 to 5 years to leave a legacy for your children or your community, whatever it is. I think each and every one of us have got our number one priority. So hold that right in your heart, and we'll come back to that. So I guess, all of this number one priority relates to how we can have enough wealth. And, wealth is not just about the money, as you know, because money is really, it's just an object that allows you to be able to do what you need to do. So there are 5 ways that perhaps people can create wealth. Number 1 is win the lottery. I saw someone in the US win so many millions of dollars. So, but then who plays the lottery, and what's your chances of winning the lottery? Number 2 is maybe you have got an inheritance. I mean, there are people who are lucky that they have very wealthy parents. They do have an inheritance and they create instant wealth. Or for people who have been investing in real estate, I believe that that's long-term. Real estate is a great investment. And so but then you need money to invest in a real estate. And I was talking to someone who says, oh my gosh, finally, I am investing in my own apartment. But then she needed her parents to be able to do that. But I know, there's a lot of people who are wanting to have their own properties. What about stocks and bonds? I think that's also good, but it all takes money to create money, right? And then have a big business. And today we want to share with you how to have your own business, a big business. So how do you start your business? So some people wow, Josie, I want to have my own cafe, or I want to have my own retail store. So there are a lot of people who choose to take that path of traditional business. Obviously, if you want a retail store, you need to think about your capital, you need to know what you're doing, you need to study it and everything like that. You probably need to rent a space, buy your inventory, so that's retail. But then if you look at the failures in retail, it's probably like what, 75% in the 35 years. Online stores, e-commerce, this is exploding. There's so many people now that are into Amazon business or a lot of e-commerce business. In fact, our company that we're aligned with have an e-commerce in the US, in China. And some people, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're massage therapists, they have their own professional businesses. So just so many ways for people to be able to start their own business or franchise. If you've got 750,000 lying in your bank, or $1 million, or you want to borrow that, franchise opportunities is definitely there to look at. And today we really wanted to talk to you about network marketing, because network marketing is a viable way for a lot of people without a lot of the capital that you need, when you're putting up your retail store or probably franchise opportunities. And so what are the benefits of network marketing? I don't know if you have heard of network marketing before, but when I was introduced to network marketing, I wasn't interested. I just wanted to take the products. But 4 weeks later, when I started to hear ordinary people getting results, I thought, well, maybe this is something that I can look into. So I've been in network marketing 11 years. And, I say to people, look, listen to me and look at some of the benefits of network marketing. A lot of people want to start their own business. So you don't have to think about the product. You don't have to think about shipping or marketing. A lot of this is done for you by the company. So it's low startup costs. And most of the time, the startup costs really are the products that you got to take, because obviously you need to know what the products are and you need to start taking it. So it's low startup costs. In some cases, maybe 500, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500, but that's not a lot compared to a traditional business. Tax advantages, if you run it as a business, you can have tax advantages. I run it as a business. So I know all my gadgets, I buy it through my business. There's so many things that I do where it gives me that tax advantages. Did you know that businesses pay less tax than individuals? So I think you really need to look at some tax advantages of having your own network marketing business. We also have a turnkey system. It's a system where, you've got your back office, reports are there. You also have your system that's implemented by your team where they're getting results. What about high income potential? I mean, you think about having a business where maybe you have a franchise. There's a huge potential in having a franchise, but you need a lot of capital to be able to do that. I know that in our business model, if you understand it and you work it and you look at it long term, there is a high income potential. So there's no such thing as easy money. So any business takes time, work. And so, but what's cool about it is you work with a team. Can you imagine, right? To be able to work with a team where really this business is not just by yourself, but you're working with other people as well. That's what I love about network marketing. I get to work with so many people from different backgrounds. So what do you look for in a company? I believe that there are 5 elements that you should really consider if you are thinking, yeah, I want to join a network marketing company. And so I was, before LifeVantage, I was with another company for 10 years. And so I think, that it came to the point where I needed a change, and I needed to look at these 5 elements. And my colleague G. Fletcher would talk about most of these later on. But I just want to say that if you're looking for a network marketing business, is to find product that is unique, high quality and consumable products. So you don't want to sell a vacuum cleaner where you're going to have to keep selling a vacuum cleaner. So you want to have like a subscription, products that people need and they take month after month after month. It's something that is consumable. Number 3 is it's got to be validated. There has to be a third-party validation. And so G will elaborate on this later. But, I think, any kind of business that you want to go into, think about, is this business in the growing trend? Of course, you've heard of health and wellness. So the health and wellness space it's really a growing trend in the last many years, and in the many years to come. People are now aware of wanting to look after their body. They're making their health a priority. So they're taking products, they're engaging in different services, so health and wellness is a trend. And so if you look at, I was looking at stats in the US, just in the last few years, wellness has increased by 60%. Their sales has increased by 60%. There's a lot more people that are aware of that, taking care of their body and their health. And you also need to look at the credentials and the credibility of the company. So what align with a company, right? You're working a business for many years. So make sure that the company is stable. So we have a publicly traded company, and so it is definitely stable. And then number 5 is opportunities for leverage. So G will explain to you a little bit about this leverage, but I was talking to a friend earlier, and she says to me, what we're doing is that we are looking for products that we can sell on eBay. But then I said to her, when will you stop looking for products to sell on eBay? And I said, come along and have a look and understand about leverage. And so that's what all the 5 elements that I would look at if I was looking for a company. And so who, no other than our top leader in LifeVantage. This lady here is one of our top leaders, and she's just an amazing mama. She's full of knowledge. And so we're so glad that she's here today to share. So where is thou art, G. Fletcher?
I'm here. Hi, thanks so much. Hi, everybody. So my name is Grania, but I go by the name of G, and I'm originally Irish, but I've lived over in Australia now for the past 30 years. And, I've been an entrepreneur for most of the time that I was in Australia. And just looking at all them checkpoints that Josie was going on and about the costs, and my first recruitment agency when I first started my own business, and that was 24 years ago, my initial investment was $10,000. That was huge. And that wasn't to buy anything. That was just to have there because we'd need it for advertising and things. And I had that business for 8 or 9 years. And then when we came to the Sunshine Coast, you can't bring it with you. When we moved to the Sunshine Coast, we set up my husband's business. And look, that business has cost us probably nearly $1 million just because of building and having a denture practice. So, for me, when I looking at a different, for you to maybe look at another business, or this might be your first time ever looking at maybe adding on another business to you, I would really encourage you, it's that low cost. We had a lot of stress, and that's why one of the reasons why I was so interested in network marketing was when I saw that anybody could do this. It had a low cost entry, but the income potential was huge if that's what you wanted to do. We have so many people. I have grandparents. I have people that just want to get their products paid for, and that's fantastic. But then we have people that are like, I want to change my family's life and I want to create a legacy. So they're looking for more. So there's no lid on the opportunity, but there's no pressure either for you if it is that you just want to come along and have your products paid for. And that's what I love about this. It's like a playing field for anyone and everyone who wants to come along, depending on how much they want to commit into this. So thank you, Josie. So I went out looking for a company because there was a few things that I knew after owning my own business, as I say, for nearly 20 years. There was a few things that I did know. And one was being first to market. I wanted to find a company that no one really knew about yet, and that was still on the cusp of something new, that it was still kind of hidden. So when we went researching and I found LifeVantage, nobody really knew about it in Australia yet. And that was nearly 5 years ago. So one of the things that excited me as well was nutrigenomics. Again, it was a field that I researched and saw it was on the up. It's the secret to anti-aging. Who doesn't want to live longer, have better health, and have that quality time when you want to retire or you get into your 60s and 70s. And this is what I found out about nutrigenomics. It is this plant-based medicine that works on our bodies from the inside out. So it was unique. The product was unique. But the company, when I started looking at the company, you can see here, even now they're only in 24 countries and they have under 100,000 active distributors. So really, LifeVantage is just getting started. What we're going to see in the next few years will be mind-blowing. Now, the next thing that I started looking at, and I got one of my good friends who was a nurse who decided to join me on this journey, was she wanted to see the validation and see the science. And I was really keen on the science. So together we looked and, straight away it was like, right, well, we need to go to PubMed. And that's an online library where all doctors and medical people would actually go and look. Now, I had known network marketing and I hadn't known of any product that got on to PubMed. What blew me away was we, as one of our products, a flagship product, Protandim, is actually got 27 peer-reviewed studies that are on there. Now, these peer-reviewed studies, Josie's just going to pass you over to the next slide. You will see here, look at some of these universities that are there. The University of Florida, Kentucky, Louisiana, Washington State University, American Heart Association, the National Institute of Aging. The National Institute of Aging did a 10-year study on Protandim. So this company has been around such a long time. And it was the only product that they found in this 10-year study just on natural products that was proven to increase the median lifespan of male mice. How exciting is that? So why LifeVantage? Apart from all this, apart from the science and the PubMed and things, why LifeVantage? Well, most people in Australia, New Zealand, the USA, Europe, none of them have yet discovered LifeVantage, as I showed you on that screen earlier. It actually only opened in New Zealand a year ago. So I believe we're still just getting started. Thank you, Jose. There has been a 60% increase, as Josie mentioned earlier, in the wellness industry. People are more and more looking to have better health, longer life, longevity. The amount of people that end up finishing retirement and then all they spend their time in is doctor's appointments, they're getting their scripts, things like that. So people, time and time again, are just feeling like they need to have more quality life. So the other thing is oxidative stress. Now, oxidative stress is on the rise, and our product has been proven to reduce oxidative stress. Now, in the last 5 years, that has been proven. There has been over 200,000 studies that have been done on oxidative stress. And we have one of the only products that reduces oxidative stress naturally. So what kind, if you can just share the perfect meld, Josie, the next slide. So what kind of perfect business do you have? Well, the type of business that we have is you can do it from anywhere. And that was the biggest thing that I was so excited about, that I could do this business from anywhere. Especially having kids and, school holidays, I was able to do it at the beach. I'm able to do it at the side of the soccer grounds. They're the things that really excited me, that I wasn't tied to an office. Having my own team, that I could do this from my phone, from my laptop, but still have a global online business. I was one of the people to help open New Zealand. I didn't know anybody in New Zealand. But what happened was somebody in my team knew somebody in New Zealand. Deb, she was one of the first people to actually come on to and start getting the product for her family. And that started opening up our New Zealand team. So it's so exciting. You just never know where this business can take you. And you don't have to wait for people to come in the door. It's all online. And timing is everything in this business. It really is. Timing helped. I just feel that we're just getting started now. For anybody coming in now, we've got the systems. We have the corporate team in Australia. We have everything that is just ready. When I got started 5 years ago, we had none of this. this now, they launched even our New Zealand app tonight. So now in Europe and New Zealand, they all have an app. So from your phone, you can send everything out and it all gets stored up for you. So it's the best time, I feel right now is the best time to join this company and join and have a look at, coming alongside us and helping everyone with our health, because that's our passion, is to really help people with their health. And the bonus is you get to actually have this product. So Josie,
I'm here.
okay, the slides aren't working, so you might just want to carry on with the slides there and try again. And now I know that, okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So most women, they want to contribute financially. I know that was a big thing for me. I wanted to make a difference in the world and I wanted to have my own legacy, to have time freedom and time flexibility, to be able to be with my kids when they needed me. Today my daughter called me, she had an emergency at school. It was great to be able to hop in the car and help her. I wouldn't be able to do that if I was in a job. And to feel empowered, that's one of the biggest things I think I see time and time again in my team, is people feeling empowered because we do so much personal development and they have so many people that are cheering them on. Nowadays, so many people it's a fight industry sometimes, being out there in the corporate world, and people say, oh my gosh, it's so refreshing to come in here and feel a supportive team and to feel, I can do this and have people believe in me. So, feel life that they are living on purpose. And that is one thing I definitely do. And then to become more than just a mom, which I truly believe that I feel now that I'm more than just a mom. I feel I am helping people to change their life and change their circumstances. Thank you. So how would it feel for you to feel more vibrant and energized, which is what these products do? And they help with sleep as well, which we all need. Becoming your own boss, but not having the debt and not having that big, heavy load on you that you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this and take on such a huge debt. Well, you don't have to with this business. But you still get to own a multi-million-dollar business without the debt, but having that flexibility and having a flexible schedule, but becoming an entrepreneur. I know it is by far the best investment that I have ever done. Having this business now has truly changed my life and so many other people's lives because I said yes. So thank you, Josie.
Thank you, G. And so thank you to the audience that are here. But I can tell you that if you're a woman or a man, most of us really want to make an impact in other people's lives. So if you agree, let me know, because we have a business model that can help you do that. And so we've got a couple of our colleagues who's going to share their story and the impact that their family and themselves have had with the company. So I want to introduce Talita, is a wife and mom of 3 young boys. She has always had an entrepreneurial mindset and has been doing different businesses all her life before children. So she worked as a medical dispatcher with Queensland Ambulance Service and realized how important proactive health is. When her oldest son was born, they had very many health challenges to go through, and they knew there was just something not right. After many years of supporting lifestyle changes and her son still struggling to learn and focus and having some more other serious issues, their family was introduced to oxidative stress. And I welcome Talita to share her incredible story.
Hi, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Josie. Appreciate it. It's always funny looking at yourself when you're talking. But everyone, I want to introduce you to my story because everyone has a unique story. And I think it's out of stories and experiences that most of our journey is introduced. And so before Life Vantage, I was a stay-at-home mum. I had 3 boys and I was doing some of those things that Josie had on that list. The first few options we had, we had working, or we had different business models. I was doing direct sales. I had been planning to start a brick and mortar business and I was working out finances to do that. I just had a desire, and I didn't know exactly how to fulfill that desire, but I wanted a business. I wanted to be more and do more and have more impact in the lives of others. And so through this journey with my own son, I was introduced to these products. And when I saw that there was incredible science to back it up, the company was on NASDAQ, it was well traded and well recognized, and it had incredible support by people like Erin Brockovich, that really caught my attention. And so I looked into the opportunity as a business model because my family, we started to see the differences in not only our health, but also the lifestyle we were living. And we were thinking about opportunities more than just trying to survive the day. And so as I started this journey, I became more aware of myself. I became more aware of the gifts that I did have, and I didn't realize that before then. I became more aware of working along on the idea of self-development and personal development. And then as I grew, I could see the changes in the families' lives that I shared with. And so my passion has changed to helping other people. And the more I focus on them and they're, helping other people, that is when my family would benefit. And we could see how this model where you are helping other people to help your family just makes sense. And so since then, I have been able to run a business from home amongst the flexibility of having a husband working away. So I can work my business anywhere and everywhere. Right through COVID, my business grew because I was able to provide an income, provide a solution for many people. My boys were homeschooling last year, so all the mums out there who had kids at home, I was able to do that because I was able to find flexible times to still build my business. And the residual income now, or that leverage, is huge. We absolutely am so grateful for this opportunity and how it has changed our lives. I know that there are many people out there who are still looking for their passion, who are still looking for their purpose, who are still looking for opportunities and ways to make their lives and their families better. And it is only when we look into an opportunity and we're open to experiencing it, we realize what it's actually going to do for our lives. I didn't know I was going to get all this. I actually thought when I first joined that I'll be able to pay for my family's product. That's my first thought. But as it grew, the opportunity and the thoughts along of what we can actually do with this has changed the direction of my family's life. And I'm forever grateful. So go back to the person who invited you, because there is so much more to the story than just a business.
Thank you so much, Talita, for this inspiring story. And now we go back to Queensland. So I want to introduce Sarah. She was a stay-at-home mom to 3 gorgeous kids in Sydney's North Shore and a full-time artist until divorce, when she had to earn her own living. So she went back to teaching 7 years ago. She had a great job as an art consultant and mentor to teachers, as well as teaching every class, organizing all the art excursions, created the whole school art program, and organized the annual art show. Although she loved inspiring the children and helping them to realize their creative talents, Sarah was overworked and simply burnt out with increasing health issues. With her children now grown up, Sarah downsized and relocated in the Gold Coast 2 years ago and has been looking for a way to support her health while she worked out a better way to create an income source. This is where Life Vantage was introduced to her. So over to you, Sarah.
Oh, better unmute. That would be a good start. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to see all these faces on the Zoom tonight. Talita, what an amazing story. That was really inspiring. Thank you. Yes, I was a busy teacher, and most teachers are busy. That's normal, and lots of people have busy lives. But for me, it was a bad time in my life because I got really, really stressed. I had an awful situation going on. And, before then I was active, playing football overseas, and yoga and walking and all the great things I loved to do in my late 40s. But when I got to my early 50s, something really changed in me. I got really tired. I just really couldn't piece it together. Some weeks I'd be good, other weeks I started going downhill. some days in the morning, it was hard to get out of bed, and I just felt really stiff. It's almost, I mean, I was a primary school teacher, so this allegory comes into my mind. I felt like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, if you could imagine that, before the oil. So I just felt so uncomfortable, and it was really upsetting. I couldn't do my yoga properly, and I like to do it properly because I'm a teacher. And it was just really hard, and my doctor really couldn't tell me what was going on. And he just said I had to rest, but, you know, how could I do that? So yes, as Josie said, I had to do something drastic. So it had got to a bad spot. So I gave up my job, and I moved to Queensland to be, you know, to start a new life up here with a partner. And I was really recovering for a while, eating great food and supplements and all sorts of things. But I was so frustrated. 2 years later, nothing had changed. I couldn't handle any stress. I'd just go downhill. And then a friend, it was just, you know, when things come into your life, it's just serendipitous. It just comes at that right moment. I was really looking around. I think I've got to do something. You know, I was needing to get back on the horse of working properly then. So my friend phoned and introduced me to LifeVantage. And although I was really unsure about network marketing, because I'd kind of tried it in the past, but it didn't really fit me, I looked at the products. And then when I looked at the products and the science, that's when I saw how this could really work for me physically. So after a few weeks, I had tried them, and I started getting really great results. I remember getting up in the morning one day and going to the bathroom and thinking, stopping halfway and going, oh, hang on, something's different. And I just didn't feel stiff anymore. And I just thought, oh, this is great. Something's happening. And I just prayed that it would continue. A few months down the track, and it was, I've been getting great results. And it was interesting. After that first 2 months, I went back to my friend and I said, okay, all right, tell me more about this business. This is, I need something. It's the right time. I really love it. And the research and the company was so solid. And that's when I stepped into it, Josie.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your story. So people come to LifeVantage for different reasons. So I stumbled into network marketing. I wasn't looking to be in network marketing. I was working as a director of nursing for 17 years, found myself completely burnt out. So one Saturday afternoon, a couple came and introduced to me some products, and they told me it's network marketing. So I said, no, I want to just take the products, because 1 year after I quit my job, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I had surgery and radiotherapy. And so I'm glad that I was introduced to network marketing, because I cannot remember my kids, you know, their milestones when they were growing up until the age of 6. And so it has allowed me to be able to work from home. And so when I found LifeVantage in 2019, I started to do a lot of research with all those information that G has mentioned. I needed to make sure that it's the right product, it's the right company, and also that they pay us well. And so we are still in that early stage where not many people know about our company yet, not many people know about our products. But I know for sure, once people know that you can actually activate your genes to be able to produce millions of antioxidants to help you, people will shift from supplementation to activation. So I'm really grateful to each and every one of you who managed to be here tonight. And, you know, of course, you're thinking, some of you might be thinking, well, you know what, Josie, I want to know more. You know, I need more information. I want to know what you're talking about. And so get back to the person who invited you here, or you want to know about the research, you want to know about the product. So please make sure you do your research before you make a decision of the next step that you want to do. So every Thursday, we will gather with women around the world. So I can really see that by the end of the year, we'll have hundreds of people jumping on here, because I know there is a need out in the world today. So we are so grateful to each and every one of you for being here today. So make sure that you talk to the people. But let us end with one last slide. It will just take us 2 minutes to do this. So this is from an amazing lady in the US, and you know, before she died, she wrote this. And so this is dedicated to all the women, all the mamas. And I want to start and then followed by the other ladies. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous?
Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you.
We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone.
And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So good night, everyone, and thank you for being here today. Good night.
Night, Josie.
Thank you.